Hey guys, the random facts video was a total success. So we are back with random 25 facts part 2. Do remember to share, comment and subscribe. Ethiopia still follows a traditional calendar that is 7 years behind the rest of the world. Because of this, Ethiopia held celebrations for the new millennium in 2007, 7 years after the rest of the world. The most isolated tree in the world, the tree of Tenere, was located in the middle of the Sahara Desert in Niger. This small acacia was separated from any other trees by a distance of 250 miles. The tree stood for years until it was knocked down by a drunk driver in 1973. The world's quietest room is -9 decibels. It's so quiet you can hear your blood flowing in your body. The silence of the room can cause hallucinations, and the longest anyone has ever spent in the room is 45 minutes. For reference, normal conversation is usually about 60 decibels. Some people believe an episode of the Cartoon Network show Johnny Bravo predicted 9/11. In a scene from Johnny Bravo that aired on April 27, 2001, a movie poster shows a burning tower with a smoke cloud and the words, "Coming soon." One suicide victim who committed suicide by jumping from the Golden Gate Bridge left behind a note saying, "I'm going to walk to the bridge. If one person smiles at me on the way, I will not jump." A rare disease called porphyria causes vampire-like symptoms, such as extreme sensitivity to sunlight and sometimes hairiness. In extreme cases, teeth might be stained reddish-brown and eventually the patient may go mad. A man named Yakuba Sawadogo in the African nation of Burkina Faso has single-handedly stopped the desertification of his region by reviving ancient farming and irrigation techniques despite being ridiculed by his community. Using a shovel, he dug small holes into the ground and filled it with compost. Seeds of trees and millets were planted in the compost. The holes caught water during the rainy season, so they are able to retain moisture and nutrients during the dry season. Bill Hest, known as Snake Man, was bitten by venomous snakes 173 times. A secret of his success was the immunity he had built up by injecting himself every day for more than 60 years with a mix of venoms from 32 snake species. He flew around the world to donate his antibody-rich blood to 21 different snakebite victims. He lived to be 100. The world's most unusual shark, the megamouth, wasn't discovered until 1976. Its mouth can reach up to 3 feet across while the rest of the body is about 16 feet long. Only 14 megamouths have been discovered. The original bikini was created by automobile engineer Louis Reard and consisted of only 30 square inches. Reard declared it wasn't a real bikini unless it could be pulled through a wedding ring. The pink cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. were a gift from Japan. In 1912, Japan sent more than 3,000 seeds to be planted near the Potomac River as a symbol of friendship between the two nations. In 2014, a house burglar in Minnesota, USA was caught after he logged into his Facebook account on homeowner's computer and forgot to log out. Over 30% of pharmaceuticals sold in developing countries are counterfeit. Roughly 50% of malaria drugs and up to 30% of antibiotics are counterfeit, mostly originating from India. Over 700,000 people die every year from consuming counterfeit drugs. The first female to circumnavigate the globe was a goat, nicknamed the Goat, who traveled around the world twice with Captain Wallis and Captain Cook. Cook grew so fond of her that he allowed her to live at his home after their voyage and noted her death in his personal journal. Researchers found a single genetic mutation that occurred about 10 million years ago endowed our ancestors with a stronger ability to metabolize ethanol, as getting drunk off fruit would render one unable to defend territory or look for food. Selection favored those with the new mutation. President Garfield's assassin chose an ivory-handled gun over a simple wooden-handled model because he knew it would look better in a museum exhibit. Jason Lewis became the first person to circumnavigate the Earth without using motors or sails. He walked, cycled and skated 5 continents, kayaked, swam, rowed and pedaled a boat across the rivers, seas and oceans. It took him 13 years to complete the 46,505-mile journey. In a 60s US government-funded LSD study, 26 men unleashed a slew of widely embraced innovations shortly after the LSD experiences, including a mathematical theorem for NOR gate circuits, a conceptual model of a photon, a linear electron accelerator beam steering device, and many more. In 1965, a Ukrainian farmer dug up the lower jawbone of a mammoth. Further excavations revealed the presence of 4 huts made up of 149 mammoth bones. These dwellings, dating back some 15,000 years, were determined to have been some of the oldest shelters ever built. The 13 Club met in the 1880s to debunk the superstition about the number 13 by dining 13 to a table, walking under ladders and spilling salt on Friday the 13th. They had 5 US presidents as members: Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley and Theodore Roosevelt. In 1900, German mathematician David Hilbert outlined a list of 23 unsolved mathematical problems that he hoped would be solved in the 20th century. As of 2015, only 10 have been answered. Historians believe syphilis originated in the New World among the Native Americans of the Caribbean, and Christopher Columbus may have been responsible for spreading syphilis to Europe. A high-powered digital radio signal was sent on 9th October 2008 towards a possible life-containing exoplanet named Gliese 581c. It is supposed to reach the planet by early 2029. The Tower of London's ravens are enlisted as soldiers of the kingdom. As in the case with soldiers, the ravens can be dismissed for misconduct. Raven George lost his appointment to the crown and was retired to Wales for attacking and destroying TV aerials. The Canadian $100 banknote featured an Asian woman on the back using a microscope. People complained that it was stereotyping Asians as being good at technology. She was replaced with a Caucasian woman, and then more people complained that Caucasians were being favored. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out our other videos by clicking on the images given. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.